my homosexuals. I hope you are doing as good as I'm doing today, because, oh man, what a roller coaster of emotions. Today was easily one of the best and well-deserved sessions I have had in a minute. I have not, it wasn't even a want, it wasn't a need. I required this kind of day. It felt so wonderful to just enjoy myself, just to do what I love doing. You know, it was just, everything just stuck right the way I wanted it to. That does not include my snatch pulls to an extent, and we will get to that, because that is, it's simultaneously an accomplishment, but it did kind of mess up my last couple sets. But either way, getting into it, snatches, impeccable, wonderful. Now, I know you're going to say, Jake, you missed one of the reps on 2 of your working sets out of 3 of them. And I'm going to look at you and be like, I don't really give a shit. Because, God damn it, the moment I did that, it was one of those amazingly locked in days where I could just whip right under the bar, really lock out and feel it for what it was, and like have full confidence in my elbows, my wrists, my shoulders, my core, my everything. Everything was just with me. And so those misses were just a fraction off. And the moment I did it, I was like, half an inch vertical more pull, we got that. And as you can tell from whenever it gets there, I made that shit. I made it work. I made it happen. It was so fun. So fun. Not only that, but was it awesome to be hyped up by the gym homie. You know, I'm finally back in town, relaxing, getting to be with some good equipment, some good platforms, some good homies that I am already well acquainted with. I am tired of moving around right now, so we're going to chill out for a bit. But man, it was just there. You know, it was really, it's one of those experiences where I can really look back and be like, all of the shit that I have been through in the past month or two, this is what it led up to. You know, everybody can either look at life in a negative, futuristic what-if scenario, or you can look at the past with positive perspective and live in the present moment and just grip and rip that shit as hard as you fucking can and love it at the same time. Like, goddamn, this is what gets me going, you know? All other life stresses are just gone. They're fleeted from my mind because of this amazing session today. Overhead squats, reasonably, were very difficult. Not because I couldn't have the mobility, not because I wasn't strong enough, but, you know, typically when your first exercise feels as good as it did today for me, like it felt easy how good it felt. That typically means that that's where the majority of my energy went into. And oh boy, did it go into that. The overhead squats did not have a whole lot of strength left for it. My forearms and my shoulders were wobbling like a motherfucker. But god damn it, we pushed through. We made it. No failed lifts. They all felt pretty consistent, pretty good. So I will take it any day of the week. Beyond that, snatch pull. This is where the lift got weird. You'll see it soon enough, but to just burst the bubble, I basically pulled a Larry Wheels, and like I said, this feels like an accomplishment. I'm gonna frame my straps, or at least that's the mentality that I have. I finally ripped a strap fully clean in half from how hard I was whipping the bar on my snatch pulls. It just full severage right in half. It was hilarious and simultaneously a body or soul leaving my body kind of experience, an out of mind experience. It was terrifying. I remember just like, I looked down at the weight and I was like, holy shit. And at least 20 heads instantly turned and just started looking at me. And I was like, am I okay? Is something broken? No, we're chilling. Okay, wonderful. And so, as funny as an experience as that was, and it's honestly, genuinely an accomplishment, because that just shows how much power I put into that shit. That's the experience. That's why all my shorts are ripped in half. Those are my medals of effort that I love to wear. But, you know, when it comes to it, I did have to resort to some standards that were not my favorite. You know, I literally just ran up to a random guy, made a new homie, because why not? And was like, you got straps I can have? And they were like, yup. And if you're familiar with the Hellbringer straps, they're great for deadlift. But if you're ever going to try doing a clean or a snatch pull on the Hellbringer straps, don't. Just don't. I'm telling you right now, you can just save the fucking time yourself and just not do it. Because I nearly died. I'm not going to put that. I deleted that clip just because it was just me trying to do a stupid pull, couldn't even get it up, and I was like, ew, this is gross. And again, not that I wasn't strong enough, it just was sliding out of my hands way too fast, and there wasn't enough grip. And although my other straps were homemade and cheap or whatever you're gonna say, they are better for what I'm doing because they cut out the level of surface area when it comes to like how much grip I have on the bar. You know, like that's why we do hook grip. We slide our thumb against our palm as much as we can to cut out all the space in between our palm and the bar so that there is no wiggle room. You know, you are locked in. That's why it's called hook grip. You hook the bar with your thumb and it's stuck, you know? And so I just resorted to doing some slow tempo snatch deadlift. They were not pretty. They did not feel great. The first rep on all of them felt fine. But I realized very quickly that after that first rep, the Hellbringer straps were not great for legitimately holding the bar through several reps. I don't know if I did it wrong, or guys, of course I probably did. I've never used them before, but they were just sliding instantly, and so I just kind of had to grip and rip that shit and hold it as tight as I could, and that was about it. You know, I did it. That's what matters. I still put in the effort. That is what matters. You know, I did it with passion, even though I did not want to do it with those straps. I made effort work with the material that I had in the moment, you know? So beyond all this, physically, oh, dude, I got to give it a 9.65. No. 9.7. We can give it that. I'm feeling generous. It was like the whippage was insane. I'm sure you could tell in the first couple warm-up sets of snatch, but dude, for it to whip that quickly, oh, that's nice. Like it was literally flying behind my head. I had to reposition my shoulders mid-catch. Like that's how fast I was getting under the bar, which is amazing. Because you 100% of the time, I would rather that shit fly behind my head than I catch it forward. Because if I catch it forward, it's either bad form or I don't have enough strength for it. And throwing it behind my head means I just overdid it strength-wise, and the form is there. I just pulled way too hard, so I didn't line up exactly where I needed to at that moment. So very, very happy with everything. And again, even though the overhead squats were heavy and hard, I pulled through. And they felt pretty damn good. And after taking all that time off for my knee and all the other shit, the pulled low back, whatever, I'm feeling pretty damn decent when it comes to my squats again, you know? There's obviously going to be a toll. I'm probably not going to be as strong as I was when I did the 445 for 4, but you never know. You never know. I got 2 more months left until I hit some PRs. And, you know, there's a chance, not a big one, but there's a chance we're going to keep the hopes up that getting something near a 585 to, or not 485 to 500 pound squat might happen soon. Beltless, no knee sleeves. That would be insane. Insane. Mentally. Dude, I mean, just what a day. I mean, 9.75. Like, it was almost just right lined up with my physical. I don't want to go too high over, you know, it was just a little bit more, because the hype I had was amazing, you know? Typically, if you feel that good, your mental's going to be phenomenal. And if your mental's shit on that good of a physical day, I'm sorry for whatever you're going through in your daily life, because that's obviously some outside shit coming and affecting you. But dude, through all the shit that I have been working through when it comes to the knee, the fucking low back, my chest, everything getting fucked up and injured over the past 2 months, we are here. You know, I've been working with limiters on for the past 2 months, and especially when I was out of town in PCB, those gyms, those bars did not spin great, you know, and they were thicker, and I just was not vibing. My low back was definitely not vibing with me. And we pulled through, though. And doing that shit work, those dog shit days comparatively, putting as much passion into it as I could, that is what got me here today. You know, it feels like a fucking story, like a perfect ending. I got to start my heavy week of the first block. The first day I'm back in town, low back is at 100%, knees are at 100%, using the better equipment, better platforms, all the homies I'm used to, loving life. You know, this is what I needed to happen, you know? And again, I never have expectations with this sport. Don't get me wrong. But, dude, like, if you are putting in the work every day and you are really trying and giving your best effort, putting as much passion as you got today, I don't care if it's 1 to 5%. I don't give a shit. If you are putting whatever passion you've got today into whatever you're trying to do better in, it doesn't have to be the gym or lifting, just whatever you're trying to do, ooh, you are in for a great day. I can tell you that right fucking now. You're in for it. It's going to happen. I promise. It's not a matter of if. It's just, are you going to be consistent? Are you going to remain disciplined? And will you put that passion in so that when your body finally is in tune with what you want to do on that specific day where you're just locked in and ready to hit some heavy shit, you got to be ready to put in that fucking effort right in that moment. Put in all the passion that you built up. It's literally just edging passion for months and months and months, until you finally get to put it all into one amazing day, if not more. You know, who knows? The rest of this week might be insane. I get to throw around, I'm pretty sure I'm going up to 365 for sets of 6 tomorrow. That'll be good, because I haven't done anything near that weight since my knee got messed up. So it'll be really, really good experience to feel how that is after all this time off. And again, it might be shit, but like I said, I can either live in the what if in the future and waste my time thinking about my shitty past experiences, or I can have that positive perspective through the knowledge and experience that I've gathered through what I've gone through, and live in the present and just hope for the best future I've got, even if I don't hit the same numbers I'm hoping for, even if the lifts don't feel as good, the technique's not as where I want it to be, if the homies aren't there, who gives a fuck? I'm there. You know, I'm here for the fucking lifts. That's what I care about. That's why I'm so passionate. You know, it's because I know that putting in this work, weight, lifts, anything, every single day, putting in all the passion I can, working on my body, working on my mental state, that I'm so fucking excited to be near 30. Not because I want to be older, and I'm not in a rush by any means, but I cannot wait to see what the accumulation of the years of passion and effort I put into this shit will eventually turn into, after like all the days of just like, if you've seen Naruto, the fucking Rock Lee wristband shit, the amount of days that people do not realize you are working with like personal limiters on, whether it's like your own mental state, whether you haven't eaten enough, slept enough, you always have some sort of limiter on your body. And on these very rare, amazing days, you know, it's typically either you're going to have, like, the majority of lifts you want to be good, you know, just good. That's the majority of them. But the small percentage are either really, really bad or really, really good, you know? It's like 90% good lifts, pretty decent. We hit what we wanted to hit. And then it's, if you're going to have a really, really shit day, you got to put in 100%, just as much as if you were going to need to put in 100% for that amazing, perfect day where your body was just locked in, no fatigue, no soreness, no mobility issues. Everything's just there. And you're not only that, but you're strong enough. And I can't tell you how much I love this shit. You already know. This is why I'm here doing this shit, ranting to you guys about it. So I've gone off long enough. I appreciate whoever wanted to stick around, hang out, hear me out. Let me know how the lifts and the lives have been going. I love hearing about it. You know that shit. Either way, I'll be back tomorrow. You know I'm here for it. So we got clean and jerk and back squat tomorrow. Gonna go lighter on the Olympic lift as always for the back squat isolation. But we're gonna put in 100% every goddamn day. So keep doing your best. I'll be around. And I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye.